Hello everyone, Partition here, and today I'm looking at the LEGO Architecture Neuschwanstein Castle set. This is set number 21063. It has 3,455 pieces, and without further ado, we'll go into it. So first off here we have a mountainous base, which is just really nice, really big to be honest. It's actually it's actually about the size I expected it, but it just feels like it has such a huge footprint with it. We have all these evergreens along it, as well as these other trees that I currently have in the autumn color. You are provided alternatives, but we'll get to that in just a second. And you can kind of see on this facade, you have all these individual tiles and rounded pieces. These are all printed, so no stickers. There's a lot of printed parts here, which is really nice. One of the printed parts is actually over here on the front as a signature with all the LEGO architecture sets. You have the Neuschwanstein Castle, the tag for the set there. I guess we'll come back to this side in just a moment, but first we're going to kind of go through as if you're exploring the castle. I've not been there myself. I've done the instructions does provide some explanation for some of the parts of the castle, but we'll get to that in just a second. And I do want to go there myself one day. So first off here, we do have a path that kind of winds up along the cliff face here. You can actually tell that, well, the path is actually not perfectly straight. It actually kind of bends with the bricks, which is really nice. And it's very subtly, and it's actually really tight and clean, which I really do appreciate. Right here, we have the exit for the tour, as well as these gates over here behind these trees as a detail, which is really nice. And yeah, so that's going through on this side, twisting it around once more. We come up here, you can turn back around into the front main gate over here. Very kind of impressive build. Kind of a small gate facade. I do like the dark red here. Once again, all these are printed, and you kind of can see through there to the dungeon, the hole for the dungeon in the back there, or at least what's labeled in the set as the dungeon. Yeah, it's part of the courtyard. Moving over here, we have this here. There's no railing for any of this stuff, so it just kind of feels like if I remove this tree, it just kind of peters off over the edge. But yeah, the tree there, I guess, to try to mitigate that. We have this tree, courtyard tree as well. We have these slanted grille pieces to act as stairs, and there's stairs back there. I think that's the side that's the knight's tower, or the guard's tower. One of the two. According to the instructions, there's actually supposed to be another tower built here, but never was, so they did an implant there. The entrance to the dungeon's right down there. Can't really get a good angle. That's why I looked through it, the gate for it. Kind of going around, we have some nice smaller detailed builds. This tower, I think that's part of the guard's main hall. Kind of more. This is more of the queens and guest quarters, and then we have the main structure over here with the tower, and this is actually pretty tall. Like I said, all printed pieces. You have forks here as the details for the chimneys. You have some dormers there in the brown, which is also really nice. This building does have a slant to it, and you have some balconies down there. Let's put the camera back, and we'll start twisting it again to look at this back side over here. And this is very much a display piece. You're basically going to pick your angle that you're going to display it at, and it's going to kind of sit. We have some more window details here going up there. Little statuette on top, and you can see a lot more clearly how this large building is split into sections, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. But yeah, just kind of nice little detail, a little outside wooden balcony. Then going back to this side again, we have this big main tower. The connection to it is not the most stable. It does like to wobble quite a bit. But yeah, you have this is a 3x3 tower, which is really nice. A lot of great detail there. Then you can see right here, there's the sliding glass door to the king's bedroom, which is nice. Coming back here for a moment. We're going to remove this section here. Come on, slide out. there's a bar in here and it's all breaking on me, which I gotta repair as we go, otherwise I may forget how to put this back together. So yeah, it doesn't quite hold up that well, but I want to show you some things on the inside that we might not, basically your average Joe's not going to see. So you can kind of see there's a space down here that you can kind of keep the green leaves. The bottom of it's also hollow, so you can want to put these all in a baggie. You can kind of do that. Let me do this, and okay, yeah, there we go. You got the green trees. And we're gonna just pull them all out. I'm not gonna keep them in there anymore. I mostly kept them together like this for this review. But yeah, you can just get in there, get there's one that fell underneath, so I can show the hollow part of it in a second. Come on, there, and one more. I'm not gonna switch them out. They're all on. It's all in the box. Come on. Why does not... There we go. Okay. But, yeah, that's... So you get all the green trees, and that's a cool one place you can keep it, but like I said, the bottom of it's hollow. Since I plan to move this around for the review, I kept it inside of it itself, because yeah, you do have this hollow pocket to keep it in. You also have the throne room up here as a detail. So the throne is on that side. You have a bunch of archways and kind of a large chasm. It doesn't look, I guess, too impressive, at least from this angle. And yeah, then let me move the castle around, because there's a second room that is decorated in this castle here. And it's the bedroom up here. There's not really a good way to get in there, because there's a statue of a swan, and further back they actually do have some representation for the cave, the weird indoor cave thing, as well as the bed. And really, yeah, I can't really get a good look at it. Like, you go this way to put this much detail on the inside, and it's not really a good way to show it, which is quite a shame, especially since there's some unique parts that were used in this the construction of this build. And this is a piece here, so a little bit of a pain to put back on. There we go. And we'll slide it back way, and yeah, you got a gap for this, and it's still too far one way. Let's try this again. Okay. There we go. And it's back on. So, yeah, there is the Lego Neuschwanstein castle set. Really excited about this set. I do plan on every Lego German set, because I do love the country of Germany, love the people there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.